I take this opportunity to welcome you all to this historic celebration of the release of results for the last KCPE cohort under the 844 system of education. Foremost, I would like to request that we stand and observe a minute of silence in honor of the two officers we lost during the administration of this year's national examinations. All stand up. A summative, norm-referenced examination that is offered to eligible candidates at the end of the primary school education. Since 1985, 39 cohorts have sat the KCPE examination, with two major reviews being made on the assessment tools and the awarding criteria. The reviews were aimed at addressing curriculum change with respect to curriculum load and the content. The KCPE examination has been offered to over 26 million candidates in the last 39 years. The candidature has been diverse, with candidates of refugee status and non-citizens within Kenya sitting the examination. Indeed, from the year 2005 to 2008, KCPE was offered to South Sudan nationals of the Kaunda Mountains region. In total, 103,000 non-citizens have been certified after sitting the KCPE examination. I wish to make a few remarks before relating to the administration of the 2023 KCPE examination. Our gratitude goes to all the field officers who rendered their services to ensure the successful administration of the KCPE examination. We particularly want to thank the primary school head teachers who, for the second year, administered both KCPE and KCPE concurrently very successfully. And I wish to ask that we applaud all the primary school teachers in Kenya, particularly the head teachers, for the great job they did. I also wish to thank particularly the head teachers and education officers from Vihiga and Taita Taveta counties. This is because they followed the registration rules for the two cohorts to the letter. We did not have a single case from the two counties of late registration. Let's appreciate those two counties for the great job that they did. NEC engaged the services of 5,755 examiners during the marking of English composition, Kiswahili Insha, and Kenya Sign Language composition. As a show of gratitude, NEC has issued certification to all in the marking of these three. And today, CS, we have invited the chief examiners for the three papers, this being the last time that we are doing KCPE, and we wish to request you kindly if you can award the certificates to these three chief examiners for English composition, Kiswahili Insha, and Kenya Sign Language. I wish to request those three to come in front here. And CS, we are requesting you
Thank you very much, and well done. Yeah, well done. Well done. Thomas Washwa. Yeah, Thomas, thank you. Well done. Michemi, Naga. Thank you, Michemi. Well done. Madam, so done well. Congratulations. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, CS. For us, those are our heroes. They are the ones who make sure that we are able to do what we do as NEC. Before I conclude my remarks, allow me, sir, to inform the parents of persons who had KCPE, KCPE candidates that the marking of KCPE was prioritized to allow the ministry place the 1.4 million candidates in secondary schools early enough. And NEC is finalizing the processing of the KCPE results, and the reporting of these KCPE results will be done at 3 levels. There will be an individual learner report, a school-specific report, and a national report, and we are committing ourselves to make sure that these reports are ready before these learners proceed to junior secondary in January of next year. With those many remarks, CS, I now wish to invite the NEC chairman, Professor Nyabundi, to make his remarks, and thereafter invite the COTSC, who will make her remarks, and invite the PS to take over the program. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. The Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Education, Honorable Ezekiel Machogu, the Principal Secretary, State Department of Basic Education, Dr. Belio Kipsang, the Principal Secretary, Department of Tibet, who is not here today, the Chairman, National Assembly Education Committee, Honorable Julius Meli, the Chairman, Insha and Kenya Sign Language, who have just been honored, representatives from security agencies, representatives of KCPE marking centers, staff of the Kenya National Examinations Council, who have already been introduced, members of the Fourth Estate here with us today, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning one more time. I take the opportunity to welcome all of you for the release of these 2023 KCPE examination results. The Cabinet Secretary, sir, allow me to start by introducing the NEC Council members who are here with us today. Please, members of NEC Council, be outstanding. Dr. Belio Kipsang and Dr. Nancy Macharia, you see a very powerful council. Professor Charles Ongondo, Ms. Evelyn Owoko, Rosemary Saina, Martin Okio, Professor Eric Ogur, Colonel Retired Leonard Wambo, and of course, last but not least, the CEO, Dr. David Njagere. The Kenya National Examination Council is committed to upholding the credibility of national examinations. And I believe, as you sit here today, seeing what we have seen in the KCPE this year, it has been a very smooth, very free-sailing examinations. And I think that is a hallmark of credibility and integrity. I wish to thank the government of Kenya for the support it has accorded NEC through the Ministry of Education to enable us to administer these exams so successfully, especially now that we are coming to the end of KCPE. We thank the government for the 39 years that KCPE has been in existence. You are told that KCPE has graduated about 26 million Kenyans. That is a big number, almost half the population. I would also like to express my gratitude to the Cabinet Secretary himself for the leadership that he has provided to ensure that my team delivers on the NEC mandate. Thank you very much, Bwana Waziri. Sir, today we present to you the results of the last cohort of the KCPE This marks the end of 844 curriculum the way we know it. I take this opportunity to congratulate the primary school teachers for administering the 2023 KCPE and KCPE examinations concurrently and without compromising the process. This was indeed a great feat. In fact, this is the second year we are offering both KCPE and KCPE. It appeared difficult, but you have done it very well. Finally, my sincere gratitude goes to the candidates, parents, and all stakeholders in the education sector for the support they accorded the council during the period. The Cabinet Secretary, sir, I take the opportunity to thank you for presiding over this occasion. And at this juncture, allow me to invite Dr. Nancy Macharia, the Secretary of TSC, to pass her regard.
The CS, Honorable Machogu, Honorable Meli, Honorable Nyoto, PS Belio, the Chair NEC, CEO and colleague council members, senior government officers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Honorable Minister, allow me to start by asking the officers who have accompanied me from the TSC headquarters to stand and wave at everyone here. Please stand and wave to officers. Thank you. I wish to sincerely thank our teachers who for 38 years have consistently and meticulously prepared learners for the KCPE examination. Over these years, the teachers have produced a robust generation of manpower that has helped to propel our country to the enviable socioeconomic development levels that we currently enjoy. As teachers, we therefore can only look back at the history of KCPE, whose last examinations we are releasing today, with a lot of pride and satisfaction. Thank you, our teachers, for your unfettered professionalism and commitment. Please let us applaud our teachers. Our gallant teachers have not achieved the commendable levels of teaching and learning without sacrifices. Over this KCPE journey, we lost a number of teachers who during global and local challenges, including the COVID and sometimes the adverse weather conditions that are better epitomized by the ongoing El Nino phenomenon. I particularly wish to put in our prayers the family of Dr. Salim Mutida, as the CEO NEC has said. Dr. Salim Mutida was a KCPE examiner who died on Sunday, 19th November 2023 at the Nairobi Women's Hospital. At the time of her unfortunate death, she was a deputy chief examiner and had also served as an examiner of KCPE English composition for more than 20 years. We condole with the family. In the same breath, we condole with the family of Ahmed Nur Ismail Ahmed. Ahmed was an outstanding ICT champion in Garissa County, whose services will also be dearly missed. I wish at this juncture to also thank all the 473 teachers who served as invigilators, supervisors, and center managers, and 7,250 who worked as examiners during the last KCPE examinations, whose results the Minister is releasing today. We must congratulate the teachers for ensuring that the examination process was as smooth and as flawless as it could get. By the same token, I wish to say thanks to all those who have participated in the examination process during the KCPE examination regime of 38 years. And as I talk about the 30 years, I can't forget to mention our chief examiners, especially those who were awarded here today. And we at the Commission are extremely proud of you, and you have done well as you supervised the marking of these exams. Well done. You have served the country extremely, extremely well, and the Commission can only commend you more. The Commission takes cognizance of the efforts of our teachers meant to ensure that learners receive quality teaching. As you are aware, during the this year's World Teachers' Day, celebrated on the 5th of October 2023, the Commission recognized and awarded 500 teachers based on exemplary performance, both in academic and curricular activities at different levels. I wish to assure all teachers that the Commission will continue to recognize and award teachers in line with the performance, recognition, reward and sanction policy framework and in line with the Presidential Reward Directive. Additionally, we will award, Minister, these 3 long-serving examiners of the KCPE who have served in the marking of examinations for more than 30 years. Please clap for them. As I finish, I now wish to usher in all our teachers to the new curriculum-based assessments and encourage all of us to acquaint ourselves with the new way of doing things under CBC. As a Commission, we are committed to work with all other stakeholders to ensure that all our teachers are well retooled to effectively deliver CBC. And I won't also forget to congratulate our county directors in absentia, in Vihiga and Taita Taveta, whom I'm informed by NEC did extremely well during the registration certificate. They registered all the students, there were no hiccups, and we shall also be recognizing them. We applaud them. With these remarks, I now wish our KCPE 2023 graduates success as they prepare to join Form 1 next year. I also wish all our stakeholders and the candidates a happy festive season. Thank you and God bless you for listening to me. I now take this chance to invite P.S. Belio. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Nancy, the Cabinet Secretary for Education, Honorable Ezekiel Machoku, our 2 chairs of Parliament, the National Assembly Chair on Education and the Senate Chair on Education, our Chair of Council and my colleague council members, the CEO of the National Examination Council, the CEO Teacher Service Commission, and the other CEOs. I would want to request our other CEOs from our other institutions in the Ministry of Education to stand and wave. Asanteni sana, thank you. Our celebrated examiners, we would want to also acknowledge and appreciate you for joining us this morning and for the continued service that you have provided to our children. We shall not be able to, I know your boss, the CEO, Teacher Service Commission, has appreciated and say that we shall honor you for the work that you've done. And the word is honor, because we can't really compensate you for what you've done. We can only honor you for the service that you have provided to humanity and our children. Our representative of the multi-agency team, I know we have Obwara from Interior, who is representing my colleague PS for Interior. We have Tiang from the National Police Service, who has been coordinating our security teams. We say thank you very much. My colleagues from the Ministry of Education, the directors led by the Director General, maybe we can all be upstanding, including our directors from the field. Asanteni sana. I would want to thereafter write on the protocols that have already been done. so that I don't take a lot of time. Today is a special day for all of us. We are celebrating more than 38 years of service of our Kenyan people, whom we have taken through this particular 844 education system. I'm saying taken through because as a teacher, I'm part of that exercise in a different life, and part of this exercise in my current life. So we celebrate ourselves as teachers. I'm not sure whether, but that's one of our teachers also. And celebrating with us for the job that we have done. But once again, my colleague teachers who have been in this journey, I want to say you are a special cohort of human beings. And I always say, and I want to say again this time, that, you know, as teachers, God gave you a special responsibility. God gave you the responsibility of co-creating human beings. As of the 844, you have continuously co-created them for the last 39 years. And in that process, you have co-created in this country 26 million Kenyans through this system. This is more than 70% of the adult population, except most of us who are up here, led by our CS, Nancy, myself, Meli, Nyotu, and Njegere, our chair of council. Majority of our colleagues in the fourth estate, I can confirm, are among the 26 million. We may be among the few who are not there. But once again, our colleague teachers, thank you very much. We can only say thank you. So once again, as already mentioned by the CEO Teacher Service Commission, it's only two months since we were here to commission the examination period and the examination process. And today we are here with our Cabinet Secretary to commission this team of our examination that we've done. We are opening our schools on the 8th of January for the new year, meaning that we are back to our normal calendar of events after COVID. I would want to thank again our teachers for the much that you have put in. There were times we were running 4 terms in a calendar year. Last year we even did so many examinations in the same year. We say thank you for your good work and for the work that you did. I want to thank my colleagues, PS Raymond Omolo of Interior, PS Engineer Tanui of ICT, PS Professor Kisiangani of Communication, and all the teams that were there, the CA, the Communication Authority, our cybercrime team, for this work that they have done this year. We say thank you very much. We've ran a good journey this year. For those of us from the County of Champions, when you run a natural race and win, the same way Kipchoge ran 1.59, this is just like running sub 2 hours in a marathon and running it clean. So we say thank you very much. Finally, I would want, before I invite our 2 oversight colleagues from National Assembly and Senate, I would want to appreciate our field officers. You've done a gallant job in managing the examination, some in very difficult situations. I saw quite a number of them who had to remove their shoes so that they could cross the river, in making sure that we serve our children. I know the CEO mentioned to me about the 2 counties where registration was extremely smooth. we want to thank our colleagues in Vihiga, in Taita Taveta, and our other colleagues for registering 1.4 million of our learners who have done this examination this year. Tunasema asanteni sana for that work. I know we have honored our 2 teachers who passed on while we were doing exams. On behalf of all of us, we would also want to honor the policeman that we lost in Siaya while being there to ensure that the environment in which our children were doing the examination was conducive. So on behalf of all of us and on behalf of my colleague in the Ministry of Interior, we also honor this gallant soldier who stood out to ensure that our children were safe and in process paid the ultimate cost through his life. So again, we honor that police officer in Siaya for the good work that he was doing for our children. So tunasema asante sana, and may his soul rest in eternal peace. Finally, I would want to thank our head teachers. I know the chair of KCPE, Bwana Nzioka, is here. On behalf of your colleague, we thank you for stabilizing the junior school for the last 1 year. That today our learners are in school. Count on our confidence and support as we continue to ensure that our children are in school. Asante sana. CS, with your permission, before I invite you, allow me to invite the chair of Education Committee in Senate, Joe Nyotu, to make some remarks. Karibu, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you, Honorable PS, the CS Minister of Education, Ezekiel Machogu, the PS Basic, Bello Kipsang, Daktari, the CEO TSA, Nancy Macharia, the Chair, NEC, Professor Nyabundi, the CEO, Dr. Jengere, and all protocols observed. Good morning. So I want to take a very short time, and I want first to congratulate all the candidates who sat last year's KCPE and KCPE, and I wish them the best as they transition to secondary school, that is KCPE candidates. And I want to say that recognizing the many achievements made under 844. But I think I want to take this opportunity to ask all of us, because we know that 844 also started at a very high note where students and pupils were supposed to acquire technical skills. But later on, I think it metamorphosized, or it slowly again ran into an examination system or an examination-based curriculum that all of us, as we usher CBC, led by the Minister for Education, that we never again allow our learners to be assessed on only one parameter, and that is academics. Because of course, we know that all of us are gifted differently, are talented differently, and that is why I'm an ardent supporter of CBC. That going forward, now that we are done with KCPE and 844, that no learner will ever again be classified as a failure simply because we were assessed on a parameter that they were not necessarily talented in. And so it's incumbent again on all of us, led by our able CS, to see to it that we do not drift into an examination system once again. And so I do not want to take much time. I thank everyone. I also take this opportunity to honor the gallant soldiers that fell by the wayside in administration of this exam, and in the many years that this system of 844 has been there, even as we pray that CBC will now sort out our problems of unemployment, and that even the mentality at home will change, that not only people with pay slips will again be considered, will ever again be considered to be the only people that are in gainful employment. Sorry if I've drifted into territories that are not relevant to this particular occasion, but once again, I want to congratulate our KCPE candidates and those that at KCPE. Thank you very much. God bless all of us. John Nyutu is my name, Senator for Muranga and Chair Education Committee at the Senate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I would want to invite a colleague, other than being a member of parliament. Honorable Meli has been a principal of a school. He has been an examiner, like ourselves who are examiners here today. And therefore, I would want to request him to come and engage with his colleagues other than his other life of being a politician. Karibu, Chairman.
Our Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Ezekiel Machogu, PS Belio Kipsang, CEO, Teacher Service Commission, my colleague, Joe Nyotu, Chair of the Examination Council and the CEO and Council members, officers from the Ministry of Education, colleague examiners and teachers, good morning. Yes, first of all, let me congratulate you, the examiners, the CS, and the Examination Council fraternity for having had a successful examination process. I know this is the climax. This is the time when every parent is expecting to see the score of his or her child. This has taken an effort of all of us. It has taken the effort of the administrators. It has taken the effort of the teacher. It has taken the effort of the examiner. And all this is as a result of a very good process that we in the National Assembly, my colleague, actually always aspire to oversight and have a very good examination process. Waziri, as you know, members of the National Assembly and the Senate have actually been making sure that the examination process in this country is above board. It has integrity, it has the quality, it has the standards that meets the international standards that Kenya is part of the community of nations. So I really want to thank the examiners who have actually done a good job, and more specifically, the Examination Council. We as a Committee of Education, we did an inquiry, you know very well, it was a public inquiry, and I want to commend the CS and the Examination Council for having actually taken the resolutions of the committee and implemented them a lot, more specifically on how to administer exams and stop a number of problems that you had. The committee went ahead again with the assistance of the government to ensure that we had the monies that was required to make sure that the examiners are paid on time. And I want to commend the CS and the government for that. But the big issue now is, as we exit the KCPE, as KCPE comes in, KCPE is as a result of competency-based curriculum. When we were in the old examination system, many of our colleagues used to look down on the 844. But it has come of age to be one of the best examination, one of the best educational curriculums we had. As the KCPE and CBC comes in, I want to ask Kenyans, I want to ask parents, I want to ask the leaders, we embrace it. It has a number of teething issues. It has a number of small issues, which I know the Presidential Working Party addressed them. You, the CS, with your capabilities, you are addressing them. You, the officers in the field, you are addressing them. Let us embrace it. It is going to make sure that the talent of the child, the talent of the individual is key, not only academics, as Honorable Nyutu has put it. So thank you so much. I want to wish the candidates well. I want to wish the examiners. These are the gallant soldiers who have done a good job. And what you've done, those who have been awarded and those who are honored, you've done a good job for this country and for this nation. May God bless you. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much. I would want to conclude by confirming that our examiners who marked KCPE CS as the accounting officer of the Ministry of the State Department, that we have paid all our examiners who did KCPE marking. We also want to assure my colleagues in the KCSE that we shall ensure that they are paid within the time that is required of us to pay. The other assurance is that we are working already with our colleagues at the at the National Treasury, so that we can be able to fast track payments of capitation in our first term. We are already working with our colleagues at the National Treasury. The process has already started, so that we can ensure that as we open school in January, that we shall ensure that our schools will run smoothly. I would want to congratulate our young ones who did KCPE, this last cohort of KCPE, for the good work and the results that they will be receiving after the CS releases them. You have realized that I don't want to mention anything about this year's results, because mimi ni mtu ya mkono of my boss, the CS. So mine ends there. It's now my distinct duty to invite the Cabinet Secretary to make his comments and release this year's examination. Karibu Wasili.
Yeah, thank you very much, PS. Yeah, the Principal Secretary, State Department of Basic Education, Dr. Pero Kipusang, the Chairperson, National Assembly Education Committee, Honorable Julius Mary, the Chairperson, Senate Standing Committee on Education, Senator Joe Nyotu, the Chairperson, Kenya National Examination Council, Professor Julius Nyabundi, the Chief Executive Officer, Teacher Service Commission, Dr. Nancy Macharia, the Chief Executive Officer, Kenya National Examination Council, and also the other CEOs of various state organizations who are here, Madam from Internal Security, who has been with us during the entire period of this exam, the Chairman, KEPSA, Mr. Nsioka, who is here, senior officials of the Ministry of Education, representatives of the unions and associations, NEC staff, and the members of the media. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning once again. When he stood at a podium like this one, 39 years ago, to release the first set of the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education examination results for the 1985 cohort, former Education Minister Peter Oruaringo could not have imagined that the KCPE story could last so long. Yet, since 1986, minister after minister, cabinet secretary after cabinet secretary, I stood here to narrate the success story of the KCPE examination, a story that will be told over and over again by many Kenyans, the majority of them products of the 844 education system that has for years served our country immensely well. No one can indeed gainsay the fact that the 844 education system has produced some of the best brains that have made our country work tall, both academically and in the world of work,